Hello, welcome to everybody who joined today's event. We call it events because it's not webinar, so not in listening mode. It's a series of webinars and events that we do every week, normally on Thursday. You can see them on our Sustain Group websites under the menu of events. On the past events, normally we have a recording and the presentations available for you to download. Today, our key speaker is Sustain Group partner Emilian. Hi, say a couple of words, and actually it's your show. I will support you, of course.
Emilian Krumov, partner of Sustain Group. It's kind of a new idea, actually, combining a lot of ideas for consulting and supporting the business through different products and services. And today we are going to speak about it's a new tendency, new trend about welfare programs or well-being, employee well-being programs. In particular, it is a EAP, Employee Assistance Program, but in the beginning, we are going to present the main concept. There are partner, Catro Bulgaria. They are kind of HR company, but they offer another consulting services. So they performed a study connected with EAP, Employee Assistance Programs. Few words about it. Years ago, let's say about 10 years, it was only psychological consulting services promoted for the, sorry?
No, it's okay.
Proposed for the big corporate companies in order to avoid personal stress, personal tendency employee to be less productive because of their personal or organizational issues. And I told you at the beginning it was just psychological and services. It was kind of anonymous way promoted. It is kind of new tendency because years ago the employee mental health or well-being was kind of separated or neglected issue, but later on in science and not only in practice, it was discovered that if there is some kind of problem or issue for the employee or for the employees, it could influence the company welfare. So this
is it something, sorry for interrupting, is it something that is, as people say, work and life, but in fact it's one life that will also work, so they're too much connected rather than separated? So
yeah, a lot of too much connected, yes. Actually, we are still people with our specific, I don't know, thoughts and functioning. Never mind, we are employees. It was a long time ago. It just broke it, but long time ago, as I was working with a corporate company, I was in a consulting role, and the main, the CEO was a friend of mine, a very close one, and we could speak, let's say, very closely, but I was trying to sell the products kind of close to this employee assistance program. Never mind, it was not named like this. And I was trying to explain him that it's very important people to have specific area, specific atmosphere for sharing experience, talking, not just working. And he told me, because, okay, finance guy, but he told me, I'm not interested because my people are here to work, not to
Enjoy.
be, not to enjoy, not to, yeah, he even said,
you got frozen a bit, yes.
They don't need to laugh each other here.
Yes.
It's really very important to be able to, for the managers to be able to see and to promote some kind of services. Usually it is service proposed by person who is out of the company. It could be HR unit guy, but sometimes it's difficult. I was working as an HR manager, and I was trying to promote this kind of services. It is not very easy because you are still in some role in the company. Never mind, it's HR, but it's difficult to have the trust, to have to create this atmosphere of sharing.
I recall something that was flying around the social networks, because many companies say we have the customer first, and there was like saying that Richard Branson, he was saying, take care of your employees, they will take care of the customer. So maybe it's a different logic to really think, because
Yeah.
maybe this is what also is making the employee assistance program a real care for the people. For the maybe you can start sharing the presentation to
Continue with the topic. For this study, it was discovered a few important lines. Let me check what is going on. Okay, so it was kind of a big study. 156 owners or HR managers or responsible CEOs from Bulgaria, Belgium, Greece, Italy, and Cyprus. It was done less than a year, 2021. So 9% of 95%, sorry, from the companies, yeah, they responded they implemented already. They have implemented workplace wellness programs, kind of, or separated units, but for the last 5 years they have this experience. 85% from this respondent, they are planning to continue because they
maybe they find the value in maintaining this.
have seen results. They discovered that it was not just an investment with no need, but great value. Yeah. But only 20% of the respondents actively introduce EAP. This is kind of, I told you it was at the beginning the main line, but nowadays it's kind of a branch. There are also financial services proposed for the employees. Also law services, legal services. Yeah, thank you. And some some social services, something like kindergarten for their kids, and another social interactions to be done instead of the employee.
Is working from home also part of this employee assistance program?
Employee assistance could be matched to this kind of this type of working because I was with this Catro Bulgaria company. We have done this for 4 years already. A year before COVID pandemic, and then through the COVID pandemic, we succeeded to deliver a lot of sessions. Let's say it was individual sessions. It is not a psychotherapy, actually. It is a kind of consulting, because sometimes even the company, they could promote this psychotherapeutic work, but for them it's more convenient and less time consuming to assure, to promote, to propose the individual consulting, psychological consulting sessions, mainly for this post-traumatic, let's say it's connected with COVID, but also conditions, panic condition, for example, in which a person is not able to work or is not very productive. But only 20% from this study, they think about EAP focused psychological. This percentage could be, it's for now, it's not in Bulgaria, I mean, it's not very rapid. Okay. What are the key benefits from this? It can support the relations between employees in the organization, not also between the employee and their relatives, families, which is actually finally we receive the results, more productiveness or more engagement, bigger engagement for the employee, because it's more or less ready to be more involved. Yeah. So mental health is kind of benefits. It's not that we provide treatment. It's not a treatment exactly, I said, but there's also people are more less, they're more free from stress, for example. Physical health also is kind of result. It's not depending 100% from these psychological consulting sessions. It could be kind of a result, one of the results of psychological work. But physical health also, we propose it kind of module of these EAP programs, which is connected with more physical activity. Okay, work satisfaction, it's very much connected with engagement and productivity as well. But we present it here as an additional benefit. So the very famous work-life balance, we tried to work on this topic through webinars. It was it was series of webinars, 4 webinars continuing 90 minutes with the employees who are ready to participate, who want to. And it was on a specific topics. They were checked and chosen by the employee, which topics they prefer. So it was kind of support of the managers in companies, because most of the time, usually, especially in productive companies, the managers are people who are experts in their field, but not that much experts in people relations. So work-life balance, it's kind of in the area of communication, relations with the other people. And also I mentioned engagement and productivity. It's really, you can see it's kind of 30% increasing in some companies, which is quite good result. Okay. So what is the next step? I told you some of them that they responded that they're planning to continue this investment, and this investment in people relations easy to accept psychological work. Some of the people, they think it's kind of dangerous. If I'm going to a psychologist, it could mean that I'm crazy. Yeah, we are working. We worked with this company on this topic, that it's normal. In our culture, it's a little bit new topic, new concept. This that going to seeing the psychologist, it's not shameful, or but instead of this, the results. A lot of, you can see more than the half, 60% of the companies participated in this study. They do not have plans for the moment, plans for implementing EAP or another welfare program as a stable action. They are planning to support their employees through day off, increasing the number of day off, which is more easier to think about. Okay, EAP promotion, it's not only sessions we provided, but as well these webinars, and kind of, it's not a lecture, but kind of presenting. It's short presentation, about 30 minutes. What we as an organization or as a company, we can provide you, the employees, with. One of them is EAP programs. Okay, sports cards, it's usual, it's a kind of a good benefit. Companies, the results is quite low, but it's not that really low, but it is because already is done for more than 15-20 years sports card. So this is not new. That's why. Social responsibility projects, it's a kind of new idea. A lot of companies, they use this in order to support people relations, and also to motivate their people to be more engaged with the company. So usually companies, they choose some social program, project, idea, and they support their people. They are giving day off, or they're supporting them in collecting money, or collecting working days, working hours for such program projects. Training and education, it's usual. Yeah, here they show it's a lot of percentage, 60 more. Yes, it's usual trend. Okay, through the pandemic, there was a huge decrease of this kind of activities, but now the last let's say 6 or 7 months, there are again revival of this.
Is this access to training and education, or it's a support financially, or what is the general?
kind of organization of trainings on different topics, not only connected with the job, the work, but also kind of soft skills or another skills could be more helpful or useful for changing the working status or level. For example, negotiation skills for people who are in trading units or kind of a position that could be useful for them to, or some technical
negotiate promotion with their bosses, maybe.
Or technical topics or how to use different new coming programs online or electronically in order to be more flexible using the different tools. Parent school, it's kind of an old idea, but still there is a trend I can see to increase this number of hours or investment in this kind of it's kind of short presentation or discussion with between the colleagues. I have such experience with a pharmaceutical company. I promoted 2 hours sessions once per month in order to share experience with their children. It was kind of interesting because it's not that you can give them more tools, but it's more stability or I cannot find the word. Okay, so financial consulting, I told you it's a good trend. Here I suppose it's not that low level, it's about 15%, but anyway, financial consulting, it's a good new kind of support of your employees to be ready to manage their money. So very important. Team building, okay, it's already, I don't know, 30 years we are working using this kind of tools for supporting the team communication or team compatibility. Okay, kind of new, and it's coming from BL consulting. Kind of new support for the employees could be informational systems access to the system for using the even kind of library or tools for working. If you want, Bobby, you can mention something. Medical service, you can see it's a kind of old service. It is connected with our law in Bulgaria, I suppose, European laws as well. Medical service to be provided by the company. It's legal. It's must already.
It's quite like it's available for decades, and what maybe is some companies, in addition to the legal requirement, they offer little bit more. For example, in addition to employees, maybe also to their relatives, kids, or something like this. To this is on home distance work. Yeah, you answered. This is the answer to my first question.
There was actually it was a funny moment that at the beginning, usually IT companies they could offer a working place for offer work job, promoting this distant work possibility. Then after the COVID, a lot of people they insisted to go back to office. It was too much I don't know, distance between the people. So
My company is working from, my teams were working from anywhere, but when the COVID came, actually working from home, suddenly my family went to the office, to my virtual office. So it was a bit of experience. And but having experienced that since 2008, I'm like this, I was able to share with people that for them it's new working from home, how they can manage the time with private activities, with to manage all this. So it's interesting to. You stop sharing. This is the.
Yes, intentionally, because it's too much talking. I'm not that kind of person. Okay, I'm giving lectures, but can we discuss a little bit for a few minutes what is usually